We sound like great parents. We're talking about beer bongs and gambling.
Oh, you're going on vacation?
I figure Joelle gets 4 vacations to my 1.
You do wear a lot of SDSU gear.
I like winners. Dave doesn't, apparently.
I'm gonna keep my comments to myself.
That translates well to real estate. Being able to talk to somebody that you just met and maybe find some common connection, a common bond.
Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 8 of
Closing time with Dave and Joelle, and today we're pretty fortunate. We have Jason Zomer with us today. He has been on the team for how many years, Jason?
9?
9 years. Yes, he's been at it a while. He was number 3 to join the Dave & Co team, so pretty exciting. I've known him for longer than that. It's been a long ride for sure.
2 minutes underwater.
Underwater. No, Jason's a great time. I still don't know what he does for a full-time job. He sits in his basement and watches Sports Center, I think. But I know he's a phone guy. So, Jason, why don't you tell me a little bit, or tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into real estate?
Yeah, so I did sell IT hardware. Do sell IT hardware yet. I know it's been good. But I just had, meeting you and having a conversation with you. It's something fairly flexible, and it seemed like a good opportunity. I love talking to people. And real estate just seemed like a great move for me. So,
how do you meet Dave?
well, our kids went to daycare, I guess. Yeah. First of all, Hadley and Camden went to daycare together. So met him, didn't really know him. And then he moved in behind us as our backdoor neighbor and our backyard neighbor. And the rest is history, I guess. Is what
well,
I would
funny
say.
little story about that. I moved into his neighborhood, and then I moved away to get away from him. I moved, and guess who follows me and is my neighbor again? Jason.
Yeah. Bad decisions, I guess.
Brad also did that too.
Yeah. I'd like to say it was the golf course was more of the draw than you.
It's just funny how I left and you both followed.
I can't deny that. I mean, that's exactly what happened.
It is, but I'm still going to give you a hard time about it.
I'm one of the only ones on the team that doesn't live on the same street as everybody else. So someday.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
And
what
then
she said last time, and then she moved to Harrisburg.
Yep.
You'll all be really sorry when I move close to you.
Yeah, you might be the sorry one.
Yeah, think wisely before you do that.
So you kind of met Dave through your kids in a way, and then started talking about real estate.
Yep.
You decided to go for it, jump into it. How's it been?
It's been great. It's basically everything I thought it was going to be. I mean, just, the biggest thing was the flexibility with my other job at the time, and just having that opportunity to, to go talk to more people. And I know one of my first clients I helped out was my nephew, and it was a great move.
Yeah.
For sure.
So besides that, we know how you got into real estate, but tell us, where are you from originally? Let the audience know.
Yeah, absolutely. Douglas County, the big town of Corsica, South Dakota. Yeah. About 20 west, 20 south of Mitchell. Blink and you'll miss it. But it was, that was kind of the appeal as well to get to Hartford, is the small town feel. So, yeah, that's where I graduated to high school and then went to SDSU a few years. Did not finish at the time. But
still the biggest SDSU fan you ever meet.
Yeah, well.
You do wear a lot of SDSU gear.
Well, I like winners. And Dave doesn't, apparently.
I'm going to keep my comments to myself.
No, but, and then I moved to, we moved to Brandon for a little bit. Didn't really care for that, I guess, as much as we thought it would. Then we built a house out in Hartford, or bought a house out in Hartford, and then built another one after that. Is the one where Dave moved into our neighborhood. So,
Yep. Yeah. So it's, I remember, fun story. The first time when I really sat and talked to you, I think it was me, you, and Darren Wild in your backyard along your fence.
Yes.
And we started drinking beers. And then Darren just drops one in your backyard, the empty can. And that's where this whole game we play in our neighborhood, throwing beer cans into each other's yards, started.
Yeah.
But just to let you know, when you're on the golf course now, Amy says that's no longer allowed.
No, well, I'll remember that. I do remember as recently as about a week ago, there was some in our yard.
Listen,
so
I can say I seen who did it, but it was not me. And he may be on our team.
Yeah, well, that's what you said. Don't want to mention any names, but yes, that's what you said.
Yep. So let's talk about, we like to ask, what's your favorite real estate story or experience? I don't know if you're prepared for that, but
but I have one that sticks out for sure.
Let's hear it.
It was a Zillow lead that came in and met him at the house. and it was a family that walked in, and they had some sort of bird on their shoulder, and didn't think anything of it. Asked the name or whatnot. And about, I'd say, 10 minutes in, he was cleaning up a mess that the bird left on his shoulder. So yeah, needless to say, it was interesting. He had to excuse himself, and
Did you close the deal?
no, I did not. I actually never did speak to him again.
Yeah, that would be a little odd one. We always,
Yeah.
Who brings a bird?
I've seen pets, dogs, cats, but had never seen a bird before.
We've had people bring their
Oh, yeah.
dogs and cats
Yeah.
to a showing.
I have.
I've never had
Wow.
that.
Yeah. It's usually
Um,
little ones, that they can carry, but I have several times actually.
I've had people bring a cat, but they left it in the car.
Oh yeah. No, they brought it in
Wow.
and carried it. So
It's one thing carrying your dog, but if somebody came in with like a bird or something on a leash, I'd probably say, we probably shouldn't take the pet in the house and
Hey.
leave it in the vehicle. I mean, I'm
Absolutely.
sorry, but what if it takes a dump on these people's carpet?
At some point, you're walking through someone else's house.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
absolutely, and they've always carried them. So I've never had uncomfortable or I've had to say, hey, let's go bring Fido outside or whatever it is. But the bird was the first and the last, actually, as it turns out. Haven't seen it since.
I'll give you $100 if that happens again to anyone on the team.
Yeah.
Well, let's transition then from birds to kids.
Yes.
Birds to kids.
Have you had to tell kids like, hey guys, this is not our stuff? Normally parents do that, but sometimes the parents don't do that.
Yes. I never have had to, but I've had it said a lot. I mean, there's been a few times where I've thought it, but then they addressed it before I had to. So
Yeah.
it was, but it's interesting because you get wild kids and they're running over everything and jumping on things and
Yeah, you hear a
just
lot.
going nuts.
Remember, those aren't your toys.
Yes.
A certain client I'm working with, whether he watches this or not, he was pretty happy with me because I told this kid, Bud, you can't jump on the trampoline, a big trampoline.
Mhm.
And he goes, thank you for saying that. He'll listen to you.
Had to be the bad guy.
I had to be the bad guy.
You kind of turn into, we wear a lot of hats. We say that a lot,
Yeah.
but you turn into a babysitter sometimes.
Yeah.
I've felt that when you go look at houses and they bring their little kids, and sometimes it's great and that's fine and it's fun.
Yeah.
I do still want to show you the house and like talk through the furnace and the AC unit and that sort of stuff. But
But I enjoy, like, I've had, many clients, as I'm sure you guys have, that you get to know the kids.
yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
And they, you show them 6, 8 houses, they know your name, and you like to see them.
Our bud Scott Johnson, I sold him a house. They had probably a 1-year-old at the time.
Yep.
Me and him hung out the entire time, and I held him most of the time. And they looked at the houses, and it was a blast.
Yeah.
love
So
that.
Works out
you
well.
you really do develop those family relationships. I still have Joe Nixon.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He was one of my clients. He transitioned over to Joelle, and what's the little guy's name? Bo.
Bo,
It's Bo. And what did he ask you the first time you showed him?
do I live here?
No, yes. You told me he asked you, where's Dave?
Oh, he did ask where's Dave. When I showed him the house and he was like, "Is this your house? Do you live here?" And I was like, "No, this is not my house. There was no furniture in the house." So I was like, "No," but he did ask. He was like, "Where's Dave?" And I said, "Oh, Dave's busy."
Busy.
Busy. No, it was fun. He's a fun kid. He's so sweet. Yeah, I love it when the kids like get to know you.
Mhm.
And I've had similar stories too. One pretty recent one they closed not that long ago. They had a 2-year-old, the cutest little kid I've ever seen. And he did not talk a lot, but the one thing he said, Joelle House, Joelle House. And he would get so excited. And every time we'd go look at a house, the parents told me that he would
I'm
say,
excited.
Joelle House?
Yeah.
And just get so excited. So that was really cute. I love it.
I had one that said he wanted to be a realtor after me, after showing him a few houses. That was kind of funny.
I love that.
Yeah.
Speaking of kids, you have kids?
Yes, I do. 3. So Camden is going to be a junior or a sophomore in college. He goes down to Concordia in Seward, Nebraska. Kylie's going to be a freshman next year. She's going to Augie with actually Dave's daughter goes to
Absolutely.
Augie. And then Jaden is going to be a 7th grader. So we got one trailer yet that'll be in the house before we're empty nesters.
Can I say what my daughter got your daughter for a graduation gift this
Absolutely,
year?
you can.
Hadley got Kylie a beer bong. for graduation. That was her gift.
Yeah, very thoughtful.
We do not condone underage
Yeah.
drinking.
No, we do not. They said it's only water. It's great.
Okay.
No, beats me.
That's funny though. They'll have a great time.
Oh yeah, it's she's pretty excited, I think.
She should be, and her boyfriend's going there too.
Yes, he is. Yep, he will be there as well. They were both. I think he was going there before she decided, and she had kind of been thinking in her mind too.
Yep.
So
Look at
they'll be close.
Hadley lives a block off campus too,
Yep.
so she'll
Yeah.
take care of them.
Yeah.
And
Well-
your kids are in so many activities.
Yeah, like our youngest, it does more. I mean, between baseball, basketball, he's doing all the things: baseball, basketball, football.
And
Yeah.
Jaden is how old?
He'll be a 7th grader.
Yep.
So next year he'll have track opportunity if he decides to. But Camden, he golfs down at Concordia, so his focus and laser focus is on golf all the time. And he's an avid sports fan, though. He watches, big Timberwolves fan. So it makes for a lot of fun family.
I know you like to gamble. How about Cam?
Yes, he does. He can gamble now, and
We sound like great parents. We're talking
Yeah.
about beer bongs
Yeah.
and gambling and
degenerates. But no, he's funnily enough, he's actually going to the casino today he's got a college friend that's turning, I'm assuming 20, but him and another couple buddies are meeting up at
Do they
Mystic
need
Lake
somebody
and
to
golf.
chaperone?
No, they do not. And you'd be
just
low on the
wants-
list if they did.
Dave just wants to go to the casino.
Yeah.
You know, your kids are all
Mhm.
of your kids are really, really great. They're not bad
No,
kids.
they're
at
not.
all. They're
Quality.
awesome.
Great kid.
Just ask us.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
Yes.
Actually, like
Perfect.
their parents.
I keep asking. So Jamie, your wife, is also a
Yes.
part of the David Co team, and I'll
Yep.
let you talk about that in a second. But I
Yep.
keep asking her if Camden has a girlfriend yet, and she's like, I don't think he's even thinking about
Yeah.
that. He is so laser focused on golf right
Yeah.
now. That is his only concern.
It is. He's pretty driven to be better. So
It's not a bad thing.
no, absolutely.
I mean, if you want complication in your life, sure, go for it.
Anyways,
Yes. Do you hear that, Amy?
Oh, she knows it.
let's talk about Jamie a little bit.
Yes.
Your wife. How did you
Absolutely.
guys meet?
So we actually met at, funny enough, at a keg lounge, it's called, where we both work. I was bartender. She was waitressing at the time, which is the best. I think they have the best fried chicken in Sioux Falls, in my opinion. But yeah, we met there, and the rest, I guess.
Nice plug, by the way.
Yeah,
for Keg
absolutely.
Chicken.
Neil, Lonnie, you're welcome. So, but no, that's where I met, and yeah, it's been great. So it's been 21 years.
And
Will
sh-
be 21 years.
And she's a part of the David Co
Yes,
team.
she is. She does the office, transactions, listings, and
Well, and
babysits Dave.
I was just gonna say she's
Yeah.
essentially Dave's babysitter.
Yeah.
I am not going to disagree with that
No.
at all. And I've talked to her so many times about coming on the podcast. So this might be the most we get to talk about her because she is like, no videos, but we will get her in here someday.
Jamie hates when I take videos in the office.
Oh, she
She's like,
does.
stop recording me. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I have to. It's for content.
No, but Jamie is our transaction coordinator.
Mhm.
She's our administrative assistant. And yes, she does babysit me. I have a lot of clients, but she keeps me running smoothly. And she does that for the whole team.
Yeah.
She does.
So when we have a new listing coming, you get paperwork or purchase contracts or addendums, whatever happens through the process, they're more than likely going to come with her. She keeps
Mhm.
order to our office, and
Yeah.
she left me tomorrow, and she knows this. I would have to live at the office, and I don't know what I'd do. I don't want to talk about it.
I don't think any of us could function without Jamie.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
she
So-
runs our team. She probably runs your house to some extent.
Yeah. Hard to argue that. She's the organizer for sure. We're going on vacation leaving Saturday, and yeah, she's getting everything organized.
Oh, you're
and
going on vacation?
We are finally.
Good timing.
Yeah. I figure Joelle gets 4 vacations to my 1.
That's fair.
Is that so?
I'm not even taking one this year.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you count the army as a vacation.
You know,
Here we go.
Oh boy.
Hey, the ways.
I think I've said this 15 times now, but the audience hasn't heard this yet. So they are giving me a very hard time about going on vacations.
Justifiably so, I would say.
Let me jump in here. We're not giving you a hard time about vacations. It's your timing of vacations.
Okay.
No, actually, I was about timing and about taking them too. I was doing both.
Yeah.
I just got back from Switzerland, so that was a good trip. But they've been giving me a really hard time, and I keep saying to them that one of these times I'm gonna leave and not come back, and then they're gonna be really, really sorry that they were teasing me so much.
Yeah.
Just don't take Jamie with you, because then I'm really in trouble if you and Jamie leave.
Oh, fun.
Well, why don't we move into just like a generic real estate question? I know we had a couple on the list there, and you're gonna have to look them up because I can't remember what they were. I feel like we've just been talking about fun and real
Yeah.
estate, and so
Yeah. I think this one will be funny. And I have to say this really fast. I was anticipating on this podcast to kind of keep you two in check a little bit, but you're actually being very nice to each other.
I haven't
Absolutely.
brought up Gumby. I haven't brought up a lot of things. I'm gonna leave it at that.
We're-
I won't.
We're going to talk about real estate and then we're going to talk about Gumby.
Oh boy.
You only see him
Okay.
3 times a year.
Yeah.
All right. So I think for a question for you, Jason, is maybe let's talk about some top mistakes that you see buyers make.
Oh, let me think. The buying side, probably, right now in particular, because houses are sitting a little longer, maybe they think they can really undercut, a listing price, like significantly, and then that can maybe turn off the buyer or the sellers, thinking like, well, it's been on the market for so and so, which, it is true you can probably get it for less, but they want to come in way under asking, and I think that can be a little detrimental to how the negotiations start for one. But that would be probably the biggest one right now.
Yeah. And sometimes, like, if you lowball people too bad,
Yep.
they won't even look at a second offer from you because it
Yep.
offends them
Yep.
that much.
Yeah, exactly. And I always tell them when they do it, when they want to do that, I tell them that that's a risk. You don't see it a lot, but it certainly is a risk, and we've seen it before.
Mm-hmm.
So
We'll go around the horn. A big thing, and you don't see this often. A lot of these situations you don't see often, but we preach inspections to people. Preach inspections. Did I take yours?
Mm-mm.
Okay, good. But we preach inspections, and we tell them, hey, if you choose not to do an inspection on this home, don't come to us after the home is done and it's falling apart. I tell everybody I work for you, but the one thing I'm going to at least try to force you to do is get an inspection on the home. Because you're just making sure that we can go look at a house and you might be a handyman, that's fine and dandy, but we're not getting in the attic to look for mold or bats. The good kind of mold,
The good
Jason. Mold. Long story. But mold, bats. We're not getting on the roof to look at the shingles. I'm not a foundation expert, especially if there's sheetrock over the foundation. That's why you need the inspectors to come in, look for moisture in the basement. Then you choose not to, and 6 months down the road, you've got a leak in your attic and you find black mold or whatever. Well, please don't come crying to us. We told you over and over. Get an inspection.
Well, I just had that situation at the end of last year. They were selling as is.
Was this the one in Dells?
Yeah, and they didn't want to do an inspection. And
Absolutely.
I stressed it, and they decided, and then the furnace it gave out. Right, probably they were in it like 2 days.
I was in that house too. That's a doozy.
Yeah, so it was. I mean, and I don't know how many times I told them, it's like I would highly recommend. I can't make you do an inspection, but I would highly recommend getting one.
Yeah.
Even if it is as is, you see stuff that can affect, your potential wanting to move forward with it to buy.
Yeah. Okay, mine kind of goes along with the inspection, but I would say what I actually see this quite a lot, is when we do the inspection, people getting really hung up on very, very minor things. Like if there is maybe some chipped paint outside, or if we need some caulking done in the bathroom. I would say if you are buying a house, any house, even brand new houses, it's going to have little things. So let's make a list of what can you live with and slowly work on, and what is something really major and concerning. The roof, the furnace, bats in the attic,
The big ticket items.
radon, those things are things that we can't live in houses with issues like that, but if a bathroom needs some caulking, we can work on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it cracks me up. We can negotiate back and forth on price for tens to $20,000, and then we get to inspections. We negotiate on inspections over $100
Yeah.
items. It's like I get it, but let's look for the big ticket items, the ones that are going to cost you a lot of money. A new
Yes.
roof's going to cost you
Yeah.
$20,000. That's something you
Exactly.
negotiate.
So I had a question for you, Jason. So in your experience, what would be considered undercutting too much when you go to make an offer? If a buyer is looking at a house and they're like, we want to put in an offer, how much is too much to offer?
Well, I think it
you're
depends
asking?
on what everything depends on price.
Yeah.
But if you got a house that's 300 and they want to offer 220, it's like, well, that's almost a third. But where if it's $1 million house and you offer 900, well, that's
It's a little bit different.
yeah, it's different. So I think it depends on the price for
It's funny
sure.
that we laugh at that because we're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we would never do that. But some people
yeah.
genuinely think that
Yep.
you can do that and that you can
Yep.
buy a house for that much under.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing we're good about on the team is, we can run our own market analysis on the house to tell them what it's worth.
Yep.
One thing I personally do, I look at price per square foot, and then I look at what price per square foot is in those neighborhoods to make sure the numbers make sense.
For sure.
And then I also look at days on the market has a lot to do with it.
Days
as
on the
well.
market's a big
Yeah.
one.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that's actually my favorite part of the job is like looking at those numbers and saying, hey, here's what I think we should put an offer in at. And then if they counter back and we end up here, perfect.
Yep.
the data.
Yep.
Data.
The data for sure.
Jason, what is your favorite thing about being in real estate?
Favorite thing about being in real estate would probably be talking to people. I love talking to people and, especially in getting referrals, when somebody that you've helped out in the past trusts you enough to send somebody else to you, and then you're able to get to know them in addition, and just stay in touch with past clients in particular, because like we mentioned earlier, when you meet their kids, you see, you get to know their kids, it's like, you just see how they're doing.
Yeah.
Sometimes
and just a
eventually-
simple text to touch base, hey, just how are things going? How's the house going?
You might sell those kids a home later down the
Yeah.
road.
Yeah.
Well, you're old. You might not, but honestly, we've been super nice to
Yeah, I
each
thought
other.
so.
Off camera, we're not always. It's more jokingly,
Yeah.
but
Well, in my defense, I'm not used to the podcast. You guys are, so I was going to be a little more professional than Dave.
we give each other a lot of, what.
They'll come in and just immediately start being mean to each other in the office. And I just sit there and I'm like, you guys okay? Are we good?
That's how
Are
you
we
know we're
actually
okay.
fighting?
we're okay.
That's your love language.
Yeah.
Jason.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
language. I like
I was
that.
super intimidated when I first met Jason. You're a tall, big guy. You're bald. I mean, I was like, wow, this guy's kind of scary.
Balding. not
Balding. On purpose. You're on purpose.
Yeah, it's my summer cut. I think I've said that before.
But I was like, wow, this guy's really intimidating. And then I got to know you and I was like, oh, he's
You
a
could beat
love
him up.
ball.
No, before we go into the final question with Jason, though, big shout out to him because he does take care of his people. I'm a big Jason supporter. He's great for the team. He was the number 3 to join the team next to Johnny. He's been here from the beginning, and I know he cares and takes care of his people. So if you're looking to buy or sell, please give Jason a call.
Yes.
Before we wrap up anything, we have to talk about Gumby.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So if you've watched the podcast, we work hard, but we also play hard. Jason doesn't play as hard as some on the team, probably me,
Definitely you.
but a few times a year he does, and he's just got this alter ego named Gumby. And I'm going to leave it at that. I don't think we need to dig any deeper into it.
Yeah.
But you have
I
got to
haven't-
see it.
I haven't seen Gumby.
Yeah,
I've
that's
never
good.
met him.
Yeah.
I hear about it though, and then I'm always really mad.
Oh, he's
that I
smart.
wasn't there.
He's real smart.
He's usually wearing a funny hat,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That,
no,
I got a lot of them too.
yeah.
but
Oh,
we couldn't. I don't even know the word I'm looking for. Give Jason enough props.
Absolutely.
He's awesome. I said before with Johnny that I didn't know the Dave & Co team without Johnny. I also don't know the Dave & Co team without Jason. So just a huge integral part of it. And Jason, he's getting his TikTok and Instagram and everything
Yeah.
up and running.
Oh,
and
yeah. TikTok
getting
will
a
be
lot
soon, actually.
a lot of followers
Yeah.
on that, and it's
Yep.
pretty fun.
Absolutely.
I think
good time.
we've, I don't know if I told you or not. I don't know if I told you or not, but we ate out at a steakhouse in Renner last weekend. And paid the bill, and oh, Realtor, I've seen you before. I've seen your videos. I knew Joelle would get a kick out of that and like that.
Makes
We
me
just
feel-
laugh. We laugh pretty hard.
That
at
means
that.
it's working.
Yes.
That
Yes.
makes me feel
Yeah.
really good when people are like, "Oh my gosh, we have
Yeah.
seen you on social media,"
Yep.
and I'm like, a mad
Yep.
tap on the back. Yeah.
So many times the first thing, if I haven't seen a friend for a while is, oh, you're probably too busy shooting video. It's all the little digs that they make. It's like, well, hey, thank you for watching.
And realtors do get a hard time. Like all we do is, but if you go to our pages, yes, we do some funny stuff, but we also have a lot of informative information on there that
Yep.
will help you buy or sell
Absolutely.
your home. So yes, we do shoot a lot of goofy stuff. Thanks a lot, Joelle. But go look at the education aspect of it because it does make a difference.
They like
sure.
it. They secretly like it.
Oh, like it's the right word. Tolerated, I guess.
Sometimes dread Wednesday afternoons because that's when we shoot our
Yeah.
3 videos. And those of you out there that think, oh, all we do is shoot videos, we are literally shoot our videos for like 20 minutes tops. We're done for the week.
Yep.
So
Yep. So they come in. I'm like, "Here's what you're doing. Quick, bing, bang, boom. You're done."
yep.
Pretty
So,
slick. But give Jason a follow on social media. It's pretty fun.
yep. I'll let you ask
All
our
right.
final question.
What we ask all of our guests, and I gave you a heads up on this,
Yes,
so
you
hopefully
did.
you have a fun, good answer for us.
Oh.
But if somebody studied your life for a week,
Mhm.
what would they say is your secret sauce?
Well, and I think I feel like I'm repeating myself all the time, but just the outgoing aspect of it and talking to people, whether it be you guys or somebody I just met. My wife always, like when we go travel, she always gives me a hard time. I always like to ride in the front seat of the Uber or Lyft and chat up the driver because I like hearing other people's stories and where they're from, what they do. Had some really interesting conversations, and I
Mhm.
think that translates well to real estate. Being able to talk to somebody that you just met and maybe find some common connection, a common bond to talk about. So that would definitely be the secret sauce.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a lot the same
Yep.
way. I've picked up clients flying back to Sioux Falls with the guy next to me, just having a conversation. Couldn't agree more.
So you always are working.
I told you. See, Amy? Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We're on episode 8 today. Episode 9, we're going to be going over step 3 of the buying process, and I'm working on a very, very special guest for episode 10. More news to come on that and see if he'll come on our podcast first of all, but we're working through it. So, and if anybody has any suggestions who they'd like to see, please let us know. Comment on our social media. We're open to suggestions. We have a lot of fun things planned. We thought we might run out of content, but we keep coming up with more, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So, Jason, thanks again for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on.
And as always, we should all do it. Thanks, and
Make it a great day.